Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We're going to do a tutorial video for today. We're going to go over air dribbles. So I'm going to go over two specific ones. You got the regular air dribble, so you start off the wall, and one off the ground. So a ground to air dribble. So these are going to cover those two. So yeah, let's jump into it. So let's go over, I would say, the easiest one, which is the regular air dribble, where you start off the wall. So this one is really dependent on how you get your first touch. So let me just show you what I mean. So when you roll the ball up the wall, you got to make sure you have a touch that isn't too ridiculously far away. But you also got to make sure that your car is controlled enough to where you can follow the ball in the air. Now, I'm assuming you guys are going to be lower ranks watching this, and you're going to be attempting this for the first time, but the real trick here is to just really rely on just making sure that your car is pointed at the ball like this. That's all you got to do. You don't have to worry about any air rolling, nothing complicated. It's the same as following the ball on the ground. How your nose is pointing towards the ball is the same thing, right? So let's get the setup started. So you pop the ball up. Now, if you want to go for just a regular air dribble where you're kind of glued to the car, you could just go ahead and jump with the ball like so. But if you want to have more like, I guess more options with the ball, what you do is as soon as you hit the ball off the wall, you break a little bit. So you're more behind the ball. And then you can do bounce air dribbles like this. And then you can actually fake people out, because when the ball drops, let me see if I can do it. So when the ball drops, right, you can boost into it and hit it again. And with lower ranked players, that usually is enough to just get it over their heads, because they don't really expect it. Nobody does in the lower ranks. So again, just boom, easy, right? But if you want to stick to where it's glued to your car, you don't break. You jump immediately and just boost into it. And just make sure that you're staying behind the ball as much as you can. And that's how you're gonna air dribble the best, is when you stay behind the ball constantly. Pay attention to how you boost into the ball. Don't be trying to rush into the ball either. You can't be like this the whole time and trying to just use the boost the whole time. You can't do that. Just use enough boost to where you're behind the ball. It's the same thing as you are on the ground, right? It's the same thing. See? Keep it feathered and nice and easy. It's literally it, guys. So again, this is how it looks when you're doing it right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the air dribble. Now I'll go over the ground to air dribble. Now this one's a little bit more complicated, because if you don't have good ground control with the flicks or dribbling to start, then actually, yeah, not flicks, but just ground dribbles. If you don't have that mastered yet, then you're going to struggle with this, because the first part of the ground to air dribble is actually having the ball on top of your car. So to do this is you got to find the really good sweet spot, and it's not that hard to find. At the end of the day, it's kind of like more towards like the front part of your car. Like it's kind of like where like the windshield is, maybe a little bit above it. Like right here is good, right? Right there is a good spot. So you double jump and you just tilt your car up where your nose is facing the ball, and that's it. So again, let's see it. That's literally it. No air roll needed, right? No air roll. Just line it up, jump. That's it. You can just go for the air dribble. I messed up there because I used too much boost. See? There's nothing crazy about it. You don't need to overcomplicate it with a bunch of air rolls like this, right? You don't have to try to overcomplicate it. Like this is... You see how much less control I have over the ball just by doing that? It's better to just do this. And then air roll at the end if you want. You know, it's really just keeping things simple. The air dribble is a mechanic where it works best when you do it simply, not when you try to put too much flash into it. That's only when you're comfortable with flying in the air as you air roll, right? That's really it. So if you get comfortable going around the field like this, you know how to control your car, how to slow yourself down, how to speed up. You know what I mean? Like, if you know how to do this really comfortably, then you're good. Then you can actually add some air roll to your air dribbles. But for the most part, when you're new, guys, just don't worry about it. Just keep it simple. So, yeah. So with the ground to air dribble, just make sure that, again, you're staying behind the ball. You don't want to over boost like this, right? This is a bad example. See? You go right past the ball. Just make sure you're just constantly behind the ball. And that's really with every mechanic. You pretty much have to be behind the ball at all times. All right? It just makes sense. Right there, that was bad because I started the air dribble or the jump where the ball is too far back, right? The ball is too far back. See, I won't be able to do anything with it. So it has to be more towards the middle or the front half of your car. And then boost enough to where you can just meet up with it. See? Just do enough to where you can meet up with it. That's literally it. You don't have to complicate it. Alright, so that is it for this tutorial. I want to keep this one nice and short because I think this mechanic isn't really too complex and it gets to the point without overly explaining everything. So that is it. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.